is the Next With series where we talk with the leading minds in marketing, powered by Verve. I have today Daniel Jäger. He is head of media at Deutsche Telekom. Daniel, absolutely great to have you. And of course,
it's a pleasure.
A great accomplishment, being the best known brand in Germany. Congratulations on that. That is not an easy feat.
Actually, it's not just me. It's a company of 220,000 people working on that, and brand is always something that everybody does, and everybody is really responsible for.
But it also matters because brand and performance, that is the discussion. Where do you stand, or what are your views on the balance between brand and performance, or how you are balancing that for the best results?
Actually, I'm a brand guy.
Okay.
And actually, if you have a strong brand, people will probably rather tend to come to you and buy your product, right? So what we do is we're investing in creating salience, mental availability, more or less, and that's most of our money, where most of our money goes. And then this is strongly connected to building brand preference and also product preference. So you have a latent product preference, and people will think like, if they will be in market, so we're selling 24-month contracts. So after 24 months, they will be back in market, and they will be thinking, maybe they have something for me. And then it's time to build on conversion. And we're spending like, I don't know, 40% or something on that part of the game. However, this is only possible if you did a great job in building salience.
Absolutely. And also making brand work every step in the marketing funnel. So it's not just awareness. It is then deeper awareness, deeper engagement with your brand.
Right. Absolutely. So it's not our product that you always have with you. It's really also from a communication side that we're not just talking about products. We're talking about who we are as a brand. And then you're engaging, like, I think Mitzlav said that, like with a real human mind, right? It's a little bit more like a character that you're engaging with. And this is also what we're doing with all of our campaigns, like against hate speech or other campaigns. So we always tend to have opinions on things, and I think that's also what you need as a brand that people can relate to.
Very much. Brands need to stand for something. We've learned that, and you certainly do. And that campaign, that award-winning campaign, that is something that is still relevant today. It's still going on, the appeal of that campaign.
More and more and more, actually. So we started saying we are against hate speech in the digital space. However, now we're having the topic that disinformation, misinformation is also a huge threat, especially in our space, the space that we are building, the digital space, is in danger because there are people out there trying to abuse it for misinterpretation of facts. And this is, from my perspective, really currently in the discussion. I mean, we've seen all the elections. We will have an election in Germany next year. We see it in all of the different countries. And that's also strongly related to quality of media, which is another huge topic for us. So we want our customers to be safe.
Absolutely. And you need to get that message out on the channels that matter, safe channels, channels we respect. And people talk about, you know, there's an internet of the sites, the publishers, the destinations where you want to be. And then there's a different internet on that topic about the channels. Where do you see the opportunities, the channels that make sense really for your brand as well as for your principals to be present and to have that opportunity?
So first of all, we're doing a lot of stuff in brand safety. So we're trying to keep our brand safe in media. Then secondly, we're also deep diving on impact of all of our channels continuously. And we see that some of the channels, especially in the digital space, are not as good as we thought on impact. So we're having a KPI set for each and every channel that we usually look at for upper funnel, for mid funnel, and for lower funnel. And we see that, especially on this KPI set, that not all channels, like in social, for example, are really relevant. So I can see also talking to other larger organizations, I'm hearing the same stuff more and more, that companies are focusing again on traditional media a little bit more to have like a basic, to have basic reach out there, and have a good net reach, and then just talk about incremental reach and get some more people, some younger audiences and so on, that you also probably can talk to via TV or via out of home. I mean, they're out and about, right?
It's huge. It's
or radio. Radio is, I'm a huge fan of radio, cinema and so on. We also do a lot and also spend a lot of money on social channels because they are relevant. However, I think the hype going just investing in social and looking at immense impression numbers and so on, this is over.
You're also innovating in these channels, out of home, CTV, traditional media. Maybe you can give me an idea of the innovation that you see or the trends that you see that you're most excited about, because yes, we are exploring these, I would call them emerging channels. I would just call them very viable channels that we are rediscovering.
Yeah, absolutely. Audio is a good example where we always look at radio, have super innovative AI radio plays we're currently exploring. We're doing podcasts. We're having against hate speech message, for example, via an algorithm placed in podcasts where we had a trigger for specific information. So only then, if there was that trigger, we also had our information, our ads in these podcasts, which is pretty new and pretty amazing. We're doing a lot of stuff in out of home in the European Championship campaign, for example. We had the so-called goal alerts, where we streamed the goals just in time to out of home placements, and then directly had a CTA afterwards. If you want to see that game where there is a goal just now, more or less, click on that button and then go out and watch the game and others. It's also in TV. We're doing a lot of contextual stuff. I'm a huge fan of contextual because I think people need to be in the mood to receive messages. So messages need to be relevant, and to be relevant, it needs to be the right time, the right place, the right mood, and so on. So we're doing a lot of stuff there because we think that only if messages are relevant, they are actually going to be remembered.
It's so exciting to speak with you, Daniel, because this is what we've been saying for over a decade, and you're moving in this direction. When you're thinking about building a brand experience, it needs to be memorable.
Absolutely.
And it also needs to be magnetic. There needs to be a re-engagement with your brand, not just this one-off. Can you tell me about the channels you're relying on to make that memorable impact?
Actually, all of them.
All of them.
But
however, that's smart, that it's the mix. You are where the customer is.
Because, and I also give you a reason for that. We're building core reach, net reach via TV, for example, and other traditional channels. We're building incremental reach, and from having a contact in TV and then afterwards in digital, then back to radio and so on. This is how you create memorable moments and how you get recall on that. If you just invest in one channel, if you just invest in digital or just in traditional media, it's probably not enough. So you need contacts, the contact those across all of the different channels. We can't measure it yet. This would be something that I would love to have, cross-channel measurement. We need standards for that. However, we can already measure that overall it works better than before.
I'm glad it's not holding you back. Yes, we are in a world of signal loss, but from what I'm hearing, Daniel, you're dealing with that because what you're saying is the context is the new signal.
This is one thing where also we invented together with some other telcos an ID concept. So UTIC, I'm not quite sure whether you know that one. So we can target better. We can use these IDs to get like to the people that we want to. However, and also by doing contextual strategies, you don't have that signal because you're targeting in a different way.
Exactly. So I'm looking at what you're doing, and you're obviously seeing around the bend, on the horizon, out beyond the trends of today. What would you say to your peers or your colleagues who are struggling understanding the importance of brand and performance and getting that balance right?
Don't believe everything you think. That's the first thing. The second thing is don't believe the hype cycle, because the hype cycle is always only the hype cycle for probably the next 3 to 6 months. And then there is something else on the hype cycle. What did we have? We had sustainability, we have AI, we had NFTs, we had so many things on the hype cycle.
True.
And then they just disappeared. NFTs, all these things. So, rather, play your own game, look beyond, the surface, and don't do marketing bullshit bingo. Just try to get things up and running. And then AI can be a tool to get things done, to get your brand into a better position. Sustainability is a huge thing, or responsibility in media is a big thing. However, the core target is not sustainability itself. The core target is to be a better brand within the society and also to connect better to your customers. So find ways to connect to your customers, and then you find probably also the means for that.
Exactly. I remember an interview where I was speaking with another CMO, and he said, your customers want you to stand for something, but they also want you to be something as well.
Absolutely.
And you certainly do qualify on both counts, Daniel. I have to say, very much a delight speaking with you, and above all, more power to you for what you're thinking, because it is looking into the future, and that's what the future of marketing is about. So thank you so much.
Thanks so much.